Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dan Lags, and welcome back to episode number 34 of Constructing Los Dangeles Season 2. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to continue making some building progress. I'm over here on the college campus again. Last episode we worked on a tunnel. Today's episode, I'm going to be working on a frat house. So, on my stream, my most recent live stream, I was working on CLD, and I started off the stream over by the dorm hall that I built a few episodes back, and I went in and added all the interior walls to it and everything like that. So I'll give you guys a quick sneak peek of that. So here's the main lobby. We have hallways on each side. Each one of these rooms here is a dorm room, and I think it turned out pretty cool in here. All the levels above are the same layout, and then there's staircases on the ends. So the dorm room interior, dorm hall interior is all put in. Now we basically just got to furnish it, and it'll be looking pretty good. So yeah, that's how we started off the stream. That's what I was working on at the beginning, and now transitioning to what we're going to work on today's episode is this frat house that I started. So started working on the stream, and you guys might be thinking that this thing looks similar to the Survival Islands Season 3 mansion, and I was saying that a lot while I was starting to build it, because it definitely is pretty similar to it. It's kind of like a smaller version of it, which I think is fine, because usually frat houses are going to be, they're going to have the columns in the front, sometimes made out of bricks most of the time. I might honestly switch out the bricks for, I was thinking about switching them out for some brown hardened clay. That way it doesn't look quite as similar to the Survival Island mansion. So I'm going to start off the episode by doing that, and then we'll get started on just kind of building it, and we'll just continue to take it out, because basically just right now the front wall has been finished, so we have to get all the rest of it put in. So we got to have 159.12 here, so we're going to do replace 45 with 159.12. There we go. So that'll just make it look a little different from the Survival Island mansion, just so it's not exactly the same in terms of like its block choice and layout, because right now the roof is looking pretty similar as well as the front porch, but it's a smaller version, although it kind of does look similar, it is overall a smaller version. So anyway, let's continue with the dimensions of this thing, because we're gonna have one thing about frat houses is they kind of go back pretty far, since we're got to fit a lot of people into a small space. So it's going to be a very vertical shaped house, and of course, since it's on a road, there's going to be a lot more houses around it as well. I'm going to be building multiple houses like this, so it's going to be fit into a smaller space, but still a very large interior. It's probably going to be like 5-6 bedrooms or something like that, maybe more, depending on how much I can fit. So we'll take this back, however many blocks we need to. I would say right around there is probably solid for now, and then we can start to get these walls filled in, and we're just going to do kind of windows on the wall, work on a floor plan today, and go from there. So let's go ahead and get this first wall put in, and this is going to be some 159.12, which is going to be our brown stained clay, which is a nice feature. I wanted to use this eventually because it's basically brown bricks, which is a cool version of bricks, since it's good to have the texture bricks with multiple colors. I think definitely gives you a lot of options. So we got these two walls, boom, just like that, all filled out. I'm going to take this across here with the spruce wood, run that down, and then we're going to place some spruce wood over here and over here. That way we can get our floor put in, and the floor is going to be a quick little set 5-1. There we go, got our floor put in. So we got side walls and a floor just like that. I'm also going to be doing a double stack in the interior, so I'm going to work on that as well. But anyway, guys, welcome back to another CLD video. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate it. And I have a question of the day to answer as well later on in the episode, so we'll get to that. I'm going to just kind of get started here with a little bit of this wall designs. I don't know if I'm going to ultimately wait, hold on, is this going to be Okay, yeah, this is light gray wool. That's what I thought. Well, anyway, that pretty much is what I wanted to say. I don't know if I'm going to keep this as light gray wool. I might switch it out for different colors. It'll probably be different colors throughout the house, I would say. And basically, when it comes to interior of a frat house compared to a regular house, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be, the layout's going to be a lot different. There's going to be lots of bedrooms. Probably like a common space and a small kitchen, typically. It's not going to be the same as what you would, assume the floor plan of like a typical house would be. So we're going to have to do that. Also, there's not going to be a garage on this build either. What I'm going to do is put a long driveway on the edge of the house, and basically there'll just be a bunch of cars on that. Now, this might be different from college to college, but where I went to school, there really weren't any garages on the frat house. They were basically just, like I said, driveways along the side. There might be garages at frat houses at other colleges. I don't know. It just depends. I'm only going off of my thought or my knowledge of what to build here, but I'm gonna go without a garage in this build. And I would say these builds, if I could compare them to anything that I built in the past, it would probably be the townhouses that I built in like the downtown area of LD, right by the Eclipse Towers. That would be my #1 comparison to this build. So just as a little tidbit, I guess. So let me go ahead and get this filled in here. We got the ceiling. In fact, I believe the ceiling is going to be quartz. So we're not even using the right block here. Yeah, this is going to be a quartz ceiling, which is fine. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to neutralize this white. This is going to be a lot of white blocks. We're going to switch out some of these walls, but we can do that later. It's really more about just getting the design put in right now. Getting spots for windows, getting a floor plan figured out here today. I'm going to work on this driveway in just a second. We're going to do a bunch of different things, just kind of mix and match. Okay, and then we're going to get this wall filled in as well, just so we'll have a better time of figuring out this floor plan like that. All right. Oops, that's the wrong block. It looks so similar in the inventory. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's just make sure that this is 4 blocks there and 4 blocks there. Okay, that is good. So what I'm going to do as far as floor plan, I am going to jump a couple of blocks. Let's go like 3 blocks out and 3 blocks out right there. And I'm going to put a staircase. Shall we do the double staircase design or the single staircase design? I think I'm going to go with the single staircase. So we're going to put one right here. That's going to go up to the 2nd level of the house. And we'll probably have a balcony out here in the front. And a nice little chandelier coming down. It's going to be a nice house. But basically the 2nd floor is just going to be like entirely bedrooms. 1st floor, we'll put maybe like a master bedroom and kitchen, common space, things like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and just kind of get this wrapped around just so I have kind of a general idea of where this is going to come through. And take this across here as well, right up against the staircase. Well, the wall is actually going to be right there, so that's fine, but still, that's all right. We're going to need a balcony that's going to run around here. Oh, should we even add a balcony? Maybe we won't even add one. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided, but let's work on the floor plan on the 1st level before we do any of that. So this is going to go out, let's say, 5 blocks in turn. Okay. Go back this way. Open this up here. I know I'm using sideways pillared quartz as like the lower wall here, but just to kind of get the layout put in off the start, I'm going to use the light gray wool just because it doesn't have a block orientation. So it's a little bit easier to kind of get it put in quickly and get the layout. All right, so we'll get this running across here. But yeah, I'm going to build like probably 7 or 8 of these houses of this style. And right now I'm building it in this area of the map, which is kind of near the classrooms. I think I'm probably going to end up moving this. I don't know. I haven't decided where I'm going to have like the row of these houses. I might push them back over into this forest a little bit more since we expanded this road down quite a bit. And other couple of interesting things that have come together in terms of this college campus is the roads are starting to come together and connect a little bit better. So this road actually runs down and connects to this intersection right next to Bedrock Tires. And then there's also the main highway. This is the interstate, and that's going to run through here. I mean, we're going to punch all this open so the interstate can run through, and there's going to be a bridge that's going to run underneath of, or go over the top. I don't know, not 100% sure how I'm going to do that just yet. I might make like an exit over here from the interstate onto like the college campus. I think that's probably the better way to do it. So something like that, just to give you guys an idea of how this kind of fits into the original Los Angeles. All right, coming back over here. Let's get this floor plan continued on through. So I'm going to take this out a few more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn it back this way. And this is going to be kind of like the end of the main foyer of the house. Foyer of the house. Gonna have an opening through here. Probably, should we go 3 blocks wide or 4 blocks wide? Let's go 3 blocks wide. There's gonna be a wall going across here as well. And of course, all of this over here is going to be double stacked, so that's just automatically going to get filled in going all the way down. And then basically the rest of the first floor is probably just going to be like a kitchen and living space, bathroom, laundry room, the whole 9. But yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. We're going to have this open up right here. Let's go, yeah, 2 blocks, that's fine. Probably going to keep this 2 blocks over here as well instead of 3. Should we go there or should we go here? Kind of like, maybe we'll keep it 3 actually. Keep it 3. All right. And over here, we're going to have a wall go across and continue. We're going to have the kitchen in this space. I'm trying to decide where I want to put the kitchen. It's probably going to be back here somewhere. I don't think we need this to be this large, so I might cut off the back wall right here. I'll take a look and see if that's going to be enough space. Run this all the way down like that. So I could put the kitchen right in this space here. Like this is going to be the kitchen here. And then we can have like a fireplace in this wall, couch, table. Sounds pretty good. Opening to a back balcony here. And we can just trim the rest of this off. It doesn't have to go this far back. Basically, you know, we have lots of space here. So I had, oops, I don't know why I'm doing this. Let me just find the axe myself. We have a lot of options here when it comes to designing this floor plan. Making sure that I have this on the right block here, since we're going to do a quick little set 0. So we now have our layout of this put in. All right, so there's our first floor plan, real basic. Nothing to it. So now let's punch some holes open in these walls. Let's make some windows. So I could fit 2 windows in here, honestly. Put one right here. And should I put 2? Nah, you know what? It's a bad idea. It's not going to be enough space on the outside to make them like indented and everything. So let's just do 1 window here. Let's put it in this space. And then we can get this filled back in. Gonna place some light gray wool. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sweet. All right, so I'm just gonna quickly do some housekeeping things. Just kind of connect this across. This is actually gonna open all the way up through here. We're gonna have our glass. It's gonna be windows on the side, like that. And of course, the whole ceiling is gonna get filled in and everything. So, you know, it's coming together. It's, you know, standard house building protocol. You know, we've done this thousands of times in the past. So, you know, it's pretty basic. It's getting the walls filled in, getting the windows lined up, double stacking the floors, double stacking the walls. You know, everything's coming together. So let's see. Let's do some windows. This is a bigger room over here, so we can definitely do 2 windows on this wall for sure. And of course, the walls don't have to be the same from one side to the other in terms of their window placement. That's not something I'm going to get too worried about here. So I'll just get this wall filled in. We'll even take the pillared quartz along the side as well while we're at it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to answer my question of the day here in just a second. I'm just going to put these windows in, and then I'm actually going to move outside here and get a driveway put in for this build. And once I have that started, then I'm going to answer today's question today. Don't want to forget about it, of course. Okay, so we have this put in, and let's go 2 blocks away. So our first window is going to be right here. Get this all punched out, and then I'd like to do another one over here in this space, 2 blocks away from that wall, 2 blocks away from that wall. And now I could probably fit one more in the middle here, but I don't think I'm going to. And it would probably only be a 1 block wide window anyway, which I'm going for the 2x4 windows on this build. Actually, they're the exact same windows as the Survival Island Season 4 mansion. So pretty much the same concept here. And I believe we have all of our blocks. So let's go ahead and just do like a couple of these windows just to refresh your guys' memory on how we do these. It's basically upside down stairs and quartz, and then pillared quartz on the sides, 4 blocks of that. And you have yourselves, I think, is just a really solid window design. Definitely a winning formula. It's a really good combination with the bricks, even though these are not like the standard bricks. They'd have the brick shape, and it's definitely a winning formula here. So I'd recommend using windows like this on larger houses if you have the space for them. So there's just a couple of windows right there, and it just immediately breaks up that flat wall and makes it look a lot cooler. I'm also probably going to drape some vines along the sides as well. So I'm going to put these windows in over here as well, and then we're going to get started here on this this driveway, which is basically just going to run right up against the side of the house all the way back. And there's going to be a back door in this build as well, so the garage will probably connect around to there. But there's not going to be any, sorry, the driveway should connect around there, and there's not going to be a garage, is what I meant to say. So I'm going to put the garage on this side of the build. So let's go ahead and do it. Trying to decide exactly what block I want to use for the driveway. Let me take a look at my options here. I kind of want to use andesite. Andesite's always a solid option. It's a little bit different from the typical block that I'm going to use, which is just like stone, just a little bit different. I'm curious about clay, because I haven't used clay in a long time, and I wonder if that would be a kind of a cool option. Just like standard clay. Why don't we give it a try? It's going to be 82. It's going to be the coordinate for this. So let's go 1 block away from the wall here. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks out. So we're going to run this straight down through here. Stop right here. We'll do a quick set 82. And there's going to be our driveway. I'm going to make this a little wider. Probably 2 blocks wider. Make it 9 blocks wide. That way we can fit a few cars on each one of these. Like that. So basically, we could probably put 2 cars right next to each other on this driveway, and that'll work out pretty nice. And I'm wondering if I want to put a parking lot behind these houses, because I have seen that before on college campuses where the frat houses have parking lots instead of garages. So that could be an interesting idea. One thing we definitely got to do is switch out the biome. So let me do that real quick. This is a pretty easy fix, by the way. If you've always, like, you can actually switch biomes with World Edit. It was something that I actually didn't even really know about until I had moved to PC, and I wish I did, because it's a game changer. So if I go over here and do position 2 and I do set biome plains, it'll change this biome to plains. One thing I have to actually hold on. Let's change it to a taiga, actually, because I believe that will match the grass that's already been placed here. So I'm going to quickly reset the world here, and all the grass will be the same color. Just like that, guys. Here it is. All the grass is the same color. I wish I would have known about this like a long time ago, because I could have potentially done things differently on the original LD. But anyway, while I'm working on this, I'm going to answer today's question of the day. We're going to finally get to this. And today's question is coming from Sneaky Pete. And the question is, how many hours do you think you've played Minecraft for? And do you think you'll be able to continue to play Minecraft for whatever length of time that you've played it for? Oh my god. Skinny Pete, thanks for the question. Or Sneaky Pete, sorry, not Skinny Pete. That's from Breaking Bad. But anyway, jeez. Minecraft. Hours played, that scares me. That's a scary thought, because let's just put it this way, guys. I have played Minecraft longer than any other game I've ever played. In fact, I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if I've played Minecraft more than every other game I've ever played my entire life combined. Now, that might be a stretch because I played a lot of other games, but I think there's no doubt about it that Minecraft is my most played game. There's no doubt about it. And I don't even really have a number to give you in terms of how many hours I have on this game. I'll tell you, it's definitely, it's a long time. I'd say I have months and months played on this game. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if I had over 150 days played in this game. That sounds terrifying, but if you think about all the CLD videos I've made over the years, and I mean, I make a Minecraft video almost every single day. That's a lot of playtime. It's crazy to think, but you know, that adds up. I mean, I probably have an insane amount of time just on this world alone, Los Angeles. Like, yet alone all the other Minecraft worlds I've ever played on, all the survival islands, Danville, you know, all the time everything I've ever done. I can't even imagine. Now, I kind of wish that Minecraft would track your hours played on console, since that's what I played the most, because I could definitely see myself having a ridiculous number. Just to put it in perspective, guys, I have like 30 days played on GTA 5, and I don't play that game nearly as much as Minecraft, so that just gives you perspective. I have like 35 days played on Modern Warfare 2, and I played that game a ton back in the day, so I can't even imagine. I don't even have an answer for this. I wish I did, but it's certainly a exorbitant amount of hours there, Sneaky Pete. And do you think I'll be able to continue playing Minecraft for whatever length of time I played it for? I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that question, but I think the way I interpret it was the amount of time that I currently have played on Minecraft, will I ever like double it? I think is what he meant. So I would say no. I don't see myself playing the amount of Minecraft that I played already, you know, again. Not because I'm going to stop playing the game, but it's just, you know, there was times where I was absolutely grinding this game and playing it like nonstop. And I'm not really at that point anymore. You know, I definitely don't play it as much as I used to. But I got to say, I can't even imagine how much playtime I have in this game. But thanks for the question, Sneaky Pete. I don't know if I answered that well. I feel like sometimes I answer these questions well, and sometimes I just don't. So I appreciate the question, nevertheless. Which one is man, I really wish I knew this off the top of my head. I think it's 8. Please be 8. There it is. It's 8. It's 44-8. I gotta remember that. That's the upside down stone slabs. But yeah, thank you for the question. If you guys want to leave your question of the day submissions in the comments below, feel free. I'll find one for next episode. I'm going to turn this back into stone here. I am just horribly mistyping right now, as per usual. Why am I doing... Okay. It is //set1, not /stone, you dingus. Okay, there we go. So there's my driveway, front steps, front walkway, and we even got a nice little fence in here. Let's go ahead and let's plant some trees. How about that? So let me grab a pickaxe for this, and let's do //tree big. All right. And now what I'm going to do is grab some oak wood, some dirt, and that's all we need. Oak wood and dirt. Oh, wait, I didn't grab the oak wood. Okay. So let's go like 2 blocks in right here. Count that up 4 blocks. Now let's place some tall trees. There we go. There's one. I gotta say, I love not having to spam the bone meal anymore with this. This is a much more efficient way to do things. There's 2. Let's put one right over here. I'm not gonna make these like super symmetrical. Just kind of place them wherever I want to place them. There's another beauty right out in front. Yeah, this is gonna fit the theme real nice. I think I'm gonna try to sneak one more in right here. We'll see if this is gonna fit. There we go. Just like that on the corner. All right, sweet. So let's swap out these dirt blocks for some oak, and we have ourselves some trees. We gotta wait for these shadows to start to come in. When you like auto place them with world edit, it takes a minute for the shadows to drop. But there we go. We have some trees out in the front of this build. Some side walls put in. As if you're wondering how the roof is gonna work on this, Same as Survival Island Season 4 Mansion. It's going to be a set of upside down stairs running all the way down, and then a set of full blocks on top of that, and then it goes every other stair and slab in front of the full blocks, and that's going to wrap all the way around the build. In fact, the back of the build is going to have some sort of difference to it, but it's mostly going to, the sides of the build are not really going to be like, you know, the biggest eye catcher in the world. This is really going to be about the front of the build as the major key. And also, one thing I have to do is put like letters up here in terms of like what is it called? God, I can't remember off the top of my head. Like the Greek and Roman letters or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember what they're called. To kind of symbolize, you know, the name of the house, I guess. So it's like, for example, it'd be like Sigma Kappa or something. I don't know. I have no idea how they determine that stuff. But regardless, pretty solid looking house here in the front. And of course the sides as well. Floor plan on the first level. Second level floor plan shouldn't be too hard. It's just basically just going to be a bunch of bedrooms. The only thing I have to do is decide if I'm going to add a balcony or not, because we're definitely going to have to fill this in here with regular wood, just because there's going to be a door here that's going to be connecting to the second level balcony. So there's going to have to be some way to access that from the level above. So I'm thinking about keeping a balcony here, but having something run across here, and I might actually have some pillars down through here that kind of hold them up or something. I think that's probably going to be the best way to do it long term. And I think it'll also make it look pretty unique and interesting. So could create a cool design on the interior of this house, especially for this foyer space. So let's just wrap things up today, guys. I'm going to do a couple more things. Just kind of have some of these walls get filled in across, and just kind of get this this front foyer here built up, just so I can kind of get a better idea of what it's going to look like. That's going to be 3 blocks out there, so we'll get these sideways quartz blocks gone in. We'll put them in and take them across here on the top as well. One thing I'm going to have to do is actually swap those out right there. That way it's running across nicely. In fact, I don't even think we need those edge blocks there. We can probably just get rid of those. So we'll just shoot these down and across. Nice and simple. Nothing to it. And get the walls filled in as well. And then I'm going to have to decide later on what color I want to change these walls to. It's going to be another decision that we got to make, but not too tricky of a decision, of course. Take that up right there. Take that up right there. And let's just fill the rest of this in. I believe it's going to be 35/8. In fact, for this we don't need to fill it in with for just these 9 blocks, but the longer ones we definitely do. That is not the right block. What am I looking for right now? We are just lost. There we go. Light gray wool looks exactly the same as quartz in the inventory. It's a little tricky. Okay, so let's get these blocks filled in here. And now this is the part where I'm just going to fill it in with world edit. Let's get our first and second positions. Let's go ahead and do set 35/8. And we are going to just punch this open real quick. Don't want to place any tall trees. That'd be funny if we accidentally placed them on the inside. All right. Get this open here. And we got to open this up on this side as well. Yeah, this needs to be open like that. And this needs to be swapped out. We don't need this anymore. Place our full blocks of light gray wool. We got ourselves a front foyer here. Looking nice and fancy. Let's get the... actually, we don't even want to take this this quartz out very far. What's quartz? 155, I believe? Yes, there we go. 155. So basically my idea here is I'm going to have a pillar here. And maybe another one. I don't know if I want to like obstruct too much space, but I was thinking this is how I would do... like keep this open right here. And maybe have a pillar every 5 blocks or so, or 4 blocks. 2, 3, 4. That's 2 blocks away. Maybe every 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Maybe we'll do like that. So 3, 4, and 3. Take this up. And we're going to have a railing up here, which will hold this up. Or maybe we want to put this on the corner. I don't know. It's a tough call. It's such a tough call. Maybe curve the staircase. These are the things I need to figure out for this build, for it to come together the way I want it to. Maybe like that. Move this pillar over 1 block. That's going to be, what, 4 blocks in between each one of those, 4 and 4, and then 2. Yeah, that's definitely the best way to go. And then we can have like railings go around this whole thing. And that might be the second level design that I'm looking for. That way we can access this space and the second level balcony, which is now kind of surrounded by these trees, which I think is really cool. So anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up today's episode of CLD. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Working on this new house here. I'm going to have a lot of houses like this, so probably going to be going up pretty quick. You know, it doesn't take me too long to build stuff like this. It's pretty basic. So we'll try to build a bunch of houses of this style. Something, you know, they're going to all be different, but similar in ways. So they all kind of represent the same thing, and that is going to be, you know, fraternities and sororities. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode, and if you did, drop a like and a question of the day in the comments below. And I will see you guys in a few days for episode number 35. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been Dan Lags. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.